It is my pleasure to introduce this panel on a growing community in a changing workplace. Our panelists are Anne Marie Benitez from the National Latino Institute for Reproductive Health, Sid Wilson from the Hispanic Association on Corporate Responsibility, Luis Maldonado from the Hispanic Association of Colleges and Universities, Eric Rodriguez from the National Council of La Raza, and Angela Maria Kelly from the Center for American Progress Action Fund. Hector, I want to thank you for that introduction and for moderating this panel. And I would like to thank all of you for allowing me to join you in this important discussion on issues that impact our Hispanic and Latino communities and our future. I want to thank the earlier panel for addressing how to better engage and mobilize our youth and recent U.S. citizens in our democratic process and the urgent need to finally fix our broken immigration system. I can say myself, as the son of an immigrant, I am familiar with the unique promise that this country represents for families. And as a senator from New Mexico, I know that Hispanic and Latino communities have long helped write the economic, the social, and the cultural story of this great country. And that's why the issues covered by this next panel are so central to understanding a community that is a growing political and economic and social force here in the United States of America. My home state of New Mexico is nearly half Hispanic. Our Hispanic and Latino communities are diverse, and they are not defined by a single issue. We have Hispanic families whose deep history in the continental United States literally dates back more than 4 centuries. And we have newer generations of families who've emigrated from Mexico and Latin America to New Mexico and the United States to build a better life for their families and their children. But all of them want to see their communities become better places to live, to work, to start a business, to raise a family. Increasing education and economic opportunities could not be more urgent for Hispanics and Latinos. Too many people are working more but earning less. The Hispanic and Latino communities must be at the table as we strive to build and maintain a stronger, a more inclusive, and a thriving middle class. That's why I so strongly support raising the minimum wage, expanding education and lifelong training opportunities, restoring labor standards that we have lost, and increasing access to health care. And we must close the wage gap for women. The wage gap for Latina women halts the progress of our entire community. It forces Hispanic families to make ends meet with less, and it undermines the notion that everyone deserves an honest day's pay for a full day's work. We also have to expand access to higher education and reduce the burden of loan debt that too often prevents people from buying a house, from starting a business, or even pursuing higher education to begin with. I'm always trying to find new ways to bring together employers, entrepreneurs, and educators so that we create a pipeline of success that starts with early childhood education, continues with a pathway to higher education, and concludes not with a job, but with a career. These 3 sectors must work together if we're to turn out a highly educated workforce that can fill and create the high-paying, high-skilled jobs of the future. When I go home and I meet with families across New Mexico, there's a common thread among the Hispanic community. They have an incredibly strong commitment to their families and service to their communities. I see it in the mother who works 2 or 3 jobs in order to put her children through college, or the father who picks up an extra shift to pay the rent or to buy school supplies. And that spirit is in a college student working toward an engineering degree so that she can create the advanced technologies that will literally form the backbone of our economy in the century ahead. And then the community college student preparing for the university or just learning the vocational skills that will prepare him for a new job. That spirit is in the small business owner who gives back to his local community by volunteering at the neighborhood high school. And that same spirit is in the young dreamer, mobilizing her friends, her neighbors, her community to ensure that they are given a chance to succeed in this country. The incredible potential of our Hispanic and Latino community sits in classrooms and churches and at kitchen tables in homes across my state of New Mexico and across this great nation. And that's why these types of discussions are so important. If you keep doing your job, doing your part by bringing awareness to these issues, I will assure you I will keep doing mine here in the Senate to fight for Latino and Hispanic families. Because I believe that if we work together, juntos podemos más. And with that, I will turn things over to our panel moderator, Hector Sanchez, and I look forward to learning from all of you and from our great panelists today. Thank you.